Hello, 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 everyone. How are all my funky junk friends? You guys doing okay? Let me put myself up here. Hello, hello. Welcome to Stencil Soul Sisters Day. Woohoo, woohoo. You guys, we thought we would jump back on here because a lot of us didn't have our Christmas stencils quite yet the last time that we did a Stencil Soul Sisters Day. We have them now, so we thought that we would hop back on here and do some more Christmas stenciling. So I'm hoping that you guys are having a good day and everything's going well for you. If you're hopping on here, please make sure you say hello so that I know that you're here. I didn't bring up a third device to make sure that I'm in the right spot. So I'm going to hope. Let's hope. So make sure you say hello so I can say hi back. All right, you guys, I've got a couple projects here that I want to complete. Let's hope that we can get them all done and everything. So get me a drink right here. The first project that I was thinking about doing was this fun little snowman. Hey, Miss Jeannie, sorry. Hello. Looks like I must be where I'm supposed to be. Jeannie is our guest crafter today. She will be on later today. So that's exciting, from Clifton's Crafty Casa. So I highly encourage you to go join her group, follow her, and make sure that you are checking all her stuff out. She does a lot of fun stuff with Essential Stencils. Okay, so hello. All right, so I'm thinking I'm going to do this guy here, but I'm only going to do him on a real small 12-inch round. This is why I want to do it on the 12-inch round. I'm going to give this to my grandson to just hang on his door of his bedroom because he loves snowmen, and I thought that he might think that this is kind of cool. Hello, happy Sunday to everyone. Hello. So here we go. So we're going to do that one. The other one that I want to do is the barn scene. Okay. Now we have this beautiful barn scene right here. It's a layered stencil. I have not done it yet, but I have this 12-inch board. It's 12 by 12. It had something else on it. I sanded it so it looks kind of crazy and rough. Now this stencil doesn't exactly fit. Okay, like my little pluses up here that I would use to keep the thing straight would not be on the board. You see what I mean? You'd actually want to use probably a 16-inch board, maybe not even that. I mean, the stencil is actually 14, so a 14-inch board would probably be better. But as you can see, I am right at 12. We're going to do it anyway because I have the board and I want to do it, so let's go for it. So I think what we'll do is we're going to start with this one. But I may jump back and forth between the two projects, and the reason that I may jump back and forth is to let things dry. I need to put a background on this real quick, and we're just going to use this French linen. I absolutely love this. It's kind of a grayish white color. Hello, Carol. Hello, Debbie. Hello. Berry Jam Crafts. There's Miss Cindy. She'll be on later today. Up after me is Miss Melissa from Junk and Craft Treasures. If you're in the Stencil Soul Sisters group, you can just keep following along right there. So I'm going to make this layout be where, let's not do that one. Guys, hold on. Let me get the right one, the one that I wanted. Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. Here we go. Let's swap these out. There we go. Jeez. Haven't done this before. What do you need, Lily?
Can you hear the vacuum downstairs? If you can,
then no, I cannot. You're good. Okay, thank you. All right, so let's get started on this. So anyway, I was talking about needing to let things dry. So we may do the background on this and then go ahead and pull up our little door hanger here that we're going to do because I'm going to put some stain on it. And then by that time, this should be dry. Now this has a lot of dark under it and it's going to show underneath there. Hey, Miss Marcia, I'm okay with that. That kind of thing doesn't bother me. I think it adds a little character to it. Let's see, let me spin my little thing around here because I was putting things away and my stencil brushes are on the other side. All right, so I'm going to just add just a tish of water to my paintbrush right here, just so that it'll spread a little bit better. And we're just going to put this on here. Now, am I going to worry about getting every single little spot covered? Absolutely not. We just need a background on here. Hey, thank you, Melissa. Thank you. I wasn't thinking. Normally I have my laptop over here so that I can see other things, you know, because my phone's here, my iPad's there, and usually my laptop's over there. Well, I have a craft show. I said I would never do another craft show, but I changed my mind and decided that I would do one this coming weekend. And I also told myself that I would just take the things I have already made up. Things from last year, stuff I have just sitting around here that I don't know what to do with. Well, anybody knows me, that's not going to happen. I have decided that I'm going to cut out a few things on my laser and make some DIY kits to take. So, long story short, my laptop is over there running the laser. So, I didn't think about that, about pinning my live. So, appreciate you, girl. Appreciate you. Our little friend there, Miss Melissa from Junk and Craft Treasures. You guys, if you follow her, you know it's almost wedding day. So exciting, so exciting, so happy for her. She's been doing some showing some of her wedding things on her page and stuff. You guys, I wish I lived in Texas, or I don't even think they're getting married in Texas. They're getting married somewhere else. But she's from Texas. I wish I lived wherever they're getting married so that I could crash their party. I could crash. I could go and just show up and be like, you know, the wedding crasher, right? I'm going to sit this down. We're going to let that dry for a few minutes. So I'm going to grab this. Like I said, we're going to, I don't know if I'll get to it or not, but while we're here, we'll just get it Arkansas. I wasn't sure if you wanted people to know that. And after I started talking, I was like, I need to stop talking. But yes, it is in Arkansas. Now, my granddaughter's dad lives in Arkansas. So, you know. Anyway, we're just going to put this dark blue on here. Oh my gosh, see what I did? Now I'm just going to use this stain. I love to use the Minwax water-based stains. You can get it in all kinds of different colors right here. Well, I'll show you after I put the lid on. But the Minwax, actually navy, this is navy, is one of the colors that they usually always have in stock. You don't have to have it mixed. Now, if you wanted a little different shade of navy, obviously you want to get it mixed. But they have over 200 colors that you can get your stain. And see how quick and easy this comes on? You saw me paint that 12-inch board. Now here's this 12-inch round, and look, we're already done. And I'm even going to, because it dries so quickly, I'm going to go ahead and flip it over. It's not dry on the other side, but it's not super wet. I'm going to go ahead and do this back side. That way it's done, and I don't have to worry about it later on. But yeah, I have an X tool, is the kind of laser that I have. It is a desktop laser. It's kind of small, and I've been having FOMO for all of the lasers that have been on sale this weekend for Black Friday. Would love to get a bigger one, but I'm going to be quite honest with you guys. Time is an issue for me. Sorry about the noise. I do work full time, so, you know, it's just finding time to do things. So this one is a smaller laser, and it does, you know, take a little bit longer to cut things than some of the people that have the big fancy, like, you know, thunder lasers and stuff like that. But X-Tool just came out with another one that would work, that would go twice as fast as the one that I have. But I need to stay with what I've got, right? Stay with what I got. Because I love cutting stuff out and doing some of the fun little DIY kits. I've done a couple ornament gift card things that hold gift cards. I've done a bunch of ornaments, just some little things. And then some of the things that I already have, I've been cutting a couple kits out for them. So far I have like 5 totes of things that I'm taking. It's not all cut out stuff, but it's Christmas decorations, Christmas signs that I've made last year, some of the crafts that I've made this year. So I'm not gonna have enough room. I'm not gonna have enough room. Hello, Miss Sharon. Sharon's on today also. And hi, Sally. Hello. Oh, yes, I did have a good Thanksgiving. I hope everybody else did. It sounds like you might have. You've got your family heading back home. So you must have had your family come. That's awesome. We always like it when family comes. We always have Thanksgiving at my mom's here in town. And we didn't have a whole lot of people this year. My mom and her two sisters live here in Kokomo. They live in the condominium neighborhood. And they all live in the same neighborhood. They don't live in the same condo, but they live in the same neighborhood. So we had Thanksgiving at my mom's. That's something that we always do. And my Aunt Gail, had a lot of her family was there. You guys, my lighting is so bad, it's hard for me to see which one is which. Okay, so I think this is 3 and this is 2. It does say down in the bottom corner or right in the middle. There it is. It's in the middle. Okay, it says layer 2. So they must all be in the middle is why I'm missing it. Right there. So, but it tells you, as you can see, when you line these little guys up here, these little plus signs, these little X's, whatever you want to call them, you line those all up. See, then it comes together. It's a nice little scene. Okay. But what this does by doing it by layers, it allows you to, do the different colors and stuff rather than doing a whole bunch of taping off and that kind of thing. So since I can't really mark my little plus signs, gosh, you guys, my nose is itching. What I'm going to do is I can make a little mark right here because this is on the board. So what I'm going to tell myself is the up and down. Let me erase that up. The up and down will be right at the edge of the board, and then I marked there. So that'll help me get it on there. But as you can see, this just fits on this board. So right about like that. And what are we going to do if it's off? Absolutely nothing. It's not that deep, right? We're not going to make a big deal out of something silly. Correct? Isn't that what we always say here? Okay, you go get ready, girl. You go get ready. But we have a lot of family and stuff that comes in, so normally there's more people there, but there wasn't this year. My Aunt Gail's had 2 of her 3 kids there. And she has 4 kids. She had 2 of her 4 kids there. No. Yes. Gosh, having a blank moment there. She had her daughter was there, and then one of her sons. She has 3 sons and a daughter. And then my cousin, her daughter, her 2 of her 3 kids were there with their little families. So, and then my family was there, which I'm an only child. So it was me and then my 2 daughters. And actually, my one daughter wasn't there. I'm telling fibs. My one daughter was there. Me, my granddaughters, and my one daughter. My youngest daughter, my grandson, Declan, got sick that morning. So she ended up not coming. So we missed my daughter, Alex, and my son, Declan, my grandson. But my 2 granddaughters and daughter were there. So it wasn't a ton of people, but enough. We had a lot of food left over. I do know that. And yesterday, we went to get our Christmas tree. My husband said, I'm not going to eat any more. When are they coming out with new stencils? You know what? It's been a little bit since they released this Christmas thing. So I am guessing that it should be any time that they should start having winter, like a winter set, just from the past. What they do is they probably are going to be coming out with some winter ones, and then into like Valentine's Day and what's the other one? St. Patrick's Day and stuff. So make sure you're watching your emails and stuff because I'm sure they'll send something out pretty soon. And you guys, today, I think today's the last day. I know that they're having a 30% off of a lot of their stencils. I don't know if it's every stencil. I can't remember for sure, but a lot of their stencils, they are having 30% off. So that is a fantastic sale. Plus, you can add our ambassador or our affiliate codes on top of that. So when you go, you click on your stuff and you don't need a code for it. It's automatically 30% off. At checkout, you can put one of your, like me, you could put funky junk, all one word, and save an additional 10%. So that's kind of cool that you can kind of stack them like that. Okay, so we did stencil 1. Now see, that did all the greenery right there. So isn't that cool? So cool. I love these layer stencils that made it so much simpler than trying to tape everything off. So I'm just going to dry this a little bit right here. It's just so that I don't smear it. Make sure. I haven't had time to do any prep, but hopefully once my tree gets put up this week, I will. Fantastic, Sally. Now today, my husband and I were going to get the Christmas decorations out. We got our tree yesterday, and we get a real tree. So we usually let it sit for a day or two so all the limbs can drop. So we did that, but his mama's not feeling real well. So he drove over to, she lives in Marion. We live in Kokomo. So she lives about an hour away from us. So he went over to make sure she's doing okay. So we didn't get to do that today. We were going to do that, and we were going to finish putting our steps in. But you know what? There's always time for that. Family's a little more important than that. Now see, I'm lining that up, but since it's kind of off my board, I kind of need to look. So see, I need to look right there. I want it to fit in here. I want to make sure my wreath is covered good. We've got a bird over here, you know, so we're just kind of lining it up a little bit. See that? But if my board was bigger and I was putting that, you just slap those right on there and it'd be good. That's what I have to do. Got a new tree this year. We always do a real tree. We always have. And I almost, you guys. Oh, did you see what happened? It's okay. It's okay. Except for the fact that I don't have any. I forgot to bring the paper towels up here again. Ooh, no, I didn't. Hold on 2 seconds, ladies. Let me get a paper towel. I thought I forgot to bring them up. Not a big deal. We're not panicking or anything like that. Just going to kind of wipe this off right here. See that? Now I'll end up painting. That's going to be white down there, so it's not going to really matter. Right there. Good enough. Good enough. But anyway, we got a real tree. But I will tell you what, after seeing all the TikToks and stuff with that, what was that? Balsam something or other tree. Holy moly, that tree is beautiful. Almost convinced me into getting a fig tree. At one time I had a fig tree, but since my husband and I have been together, we have always done a real tree. Absolutely love the real trees. Now this year we've got kind of a small tree. Now look, you guys, I want to show you something. I kind of wiped it off on my paper towel just to make sure. You want the least amount of paint as you can get on your board. You can put more paint on, but you can't take it away. That's what helps with bleed through. Okay, now see, I touched out here where it didn't matter, just to make sure I didn't have a big blob of paint somewhere or something. Okay, so we're just going to go over our little bird right here. And I did his little feet. What did they do his feet as? They did them red on here. We may come back with some black and make his little feet black. But I love this color of red. It's barn red. It's an apple barrel, so it's a little bit thinner of a paint. So you need to be a little careful with it because you don't want your thin paints, the thinner the paint is, the more likely you may have bleed through. Okay, but just make sure you're offloading, and you'll be just fine. Now you want to be careful with these little itty bitty bridges here. And these little marks here, you want to be super careful with that so that you don't slide them over as you're going. I usually go right up on top of them and just very gently. I'm not pushing hard. I'm just letting the brush twirl around. Now I'm going to grab just a little more of my paint here. Okay, and I always make sure over here, and again, I'm going to just make sure I don't have too much, and then get all this part in here. Like that. Just like that. I love this stencil. I think it's beautiful. It's going to be a good sign to have for all the time. You know, you could leave this out all winter long. It's a winter scene because there's going to be snow, but it's not necessarily, it doesn't have to be just for Christmas. Now we could turn this into a Christmas one, you know, with, we could put some jingle bells on here or something like that, but this can be something that you have out all year long. Okay, so that was layer 2 right there. Oh, in Alabama, I bet it is. I bet it is hard to have one down there. Now, a lot of times in the past, until about 2 years ago, we would go and actually cut a tree down at one of the tree farms. We were going to do that this year. We have 2 teenagers, and they were like, we don't care if we do that or not. We don't have to go cut the tree down. We can just go get one at Lowe's or Menards or something like that, because they wanted to go to the basketball game last night. They wanted to hang out with their friends. So we decided that, and my grandson was with his dad, so it's not like we could go get him. So we just decided, we just went to Menards and got a tree. And we got kind of a small tree. We usually get a real big tree. And we got kind of a small little guy. I'm not even sure all the lights will fit on there, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, now here comes the fun part, because this part, this layer 3, is going to add all the fun whites and really make this stencil come together. Now I'm looking up here and I'm lining those up. But then, like I said before, I'm going to just double check to make sure that I'm kind of lined up with the trees and the little bird and where we need to be on the house, you know, just to double check, just to make sure that we're lined up pretty good, just like that. Now this stencil here is basically white. So because we're going to do our snow, and this is going to be our road down here, and we're putting snow on the trees, and then we'll be done, you guys. This is like a really fast, this layered stencil. It looks kind of difficult, but it's really not. It's kind of going kind of quickly here. So just going to get some white paint and get started. Now, what we'll probably do is I'm going to move this up and put some more, all these snow dots and stuff here, so that it's clear up there. And I'll probably, we might slide this down and see, well, actually, probably what we'll do is I'll just have, this will be the color. We'll see what it looks like. Let's just leave it at that. We'll see what it looks like, but we may move our stencil around to get more snow and stuff like that. Okay. The video keeps kicking me out. I wonder why it's doing that. That's crazy. Miss Mary's here. Usually entry it free. LOL. I can't type today. Hey, Miss Mary, that's okay. You know how I am. I can't hardly type half the time either. Okay, again, I'm going to make sure I'm loose there. And I move the stencil a little bit. Go right back to there. And here we go. Here we go with the white. Just like this. Now I will make a suggestion for you. If you are using a whole board, this little plus sign right here, so that you don't accidentally stencil that, put a piece of tape over it like this. Just put a little piece of tape there so that you don't accidentally stencil that and make the little sign on your board. We don't want that to happen. So So I like to go in a swirling motion. You can do it like that, stipple it. You could use a makeup wedge. You could use a roller. It's whatever you find easiest to stencil for yourself. Now I'm going to tell you, when you're stenciling over the red, especially with white, sometimes because you're getting that red wet again, you're reactivating that acrylic paint. Sometimes it'll turn a little bit pink. So do a layer, stop messing with it, and then you can go back over it again once it dries. Because you get it all wet, then it's going to turn, it's gonna end up turning pink is what it's gonna end up doing. So go over it like that. Okay, so see, I went over all that right there that was red. I went over it and I stopped, and I'm onto something else. And then what I will do is I will come back to it and go over it again to get it to be a whiter white, if that is a word, whiter white. Because you don't want your snow to be pink, right? You don't want yellow snow either, right? Hello, Miss Sandy. Yes, it's not really snow. It's like freezing rain happening here. Which makes me a nervous wreck because, as you guys know that follow me, I have a new driver in my house. And I don't know. I just worry. I worry. I told her, she's like, I know, Grandma. I said, don't get real close to people. I know, Grandma. I said, don't give yourself plenty of time to stop. I know, Grandma. I said, when you're pulling, we live out in the county. I said, make sure you're watching people, make sure they get completely stopped at the crossroads, so you're not like right there and they happen to slide through. I know, Grandma. I said, well, I know, but you've got to listen to me and you've got to let me say it. It'll make me feel better if I say it to you. Makes me a nervous wreck, though. I'm going to be honest. I don't remember being this nervous when my girls got their license, but man, they say it's different with your grandkids, and it is. I don't know. It's just, ugh. I hate it. I don't want these guys to get bigger, Makes me sad. Actually, that's not true. I want them to grow up and be productive, be an asset to society and all that kind of good stuff. But, I pass them. I've told this story before. In the mornings, I work third shift. And so I pass them. She takes my youngest granddaughter to school. She's 14. They're both in high school, junior and a freshman. But I pass them on my way home every morning, and I can see their little faces in the windshield of the car. And all I can picture is the little teeny tiny girls with the little ponytails and when they first start getting their adult teeth, I guess you could say, and they got the big teeth and the splits and the little bows in their hairs. That's what I picture when I pass them. Just kind of crazy. They make fun of me. They're like, you worry about the silliest things. It's like, no, I don't. It's scary. Okay, now I'm going over the red part again because I want to make sure that they're pretty white, And like I said, we don't want to keep rubbing on there because it will, we activate that white paint, and then we will have little, it'll be pink instead of white. Okay. All right. So we're about ready to lift this up and see what this looks like. You're up by Lake Michigan, the dunes. I know our grandson is driving for the first time. I know I'm a nervous wreck. I know, Sandy. I understand that. I love we like going up to the dunes. We like to go up to St. Joseph a lot of times, or just to the dunes. We've done that for years. It's a neat place up there. Lake Michigan is awesome. It's cold. Lake Superior is extremely cold. Cold. Okay, so I'm going to put my hand right here, and we're going to just kind of lift one side and see what it looks like. Oh, my goodness. I think it's good. So we're going to pull that off. Look at that. Is that not beautiful or what? I absolutely love this. Now, I'm going to leave this alone because it almost looks like it's the road, like it's the road right here. So I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm not going to, try to extend it down and all that kind of stuff because knowing me, I'll make it a mess. But what I am going to do is I'm going to very gently lay this up here, and I'm just going to kind of keep moving it around and get some little rounds of snow falling down. Okay, I want to make sure I don't touch the trees or anything like that. Just kind of getting some little snow pieces coming down. Some more of those. Okay. I see some of them I got close, but that's okay. We're not gonna make a big deal about them not being perfect. I don't have to use my stencil to do this. I could just have taken like the end of my brush and made some more little dots on there. I wouldn't have had to have done it this way, but since we have the stencil out, we're going to see that. And some snowflakes fall close to each other, right? No big deal. See that? I just kind of wanted a few more little snowflakes here. Right there. Let's see how that looks. That looks good, you guys. I absolutely love how this looks. Look at that. That is beautiful. Beautiful. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking I might want to add a little bit of dark, so it looks more like a road. But I don't want to mess it up. I'm going to get my black out. I'm going to get some of this black out. And I'm just going to take a brush, a stencil brush. All right. I'm just going to put some black paint on it. And then I'm just going to get most of it off. Okay. So it's just barely on there. All right. And then we're just going to kind of, I feel like this needs to be dark, like it's, like an asphalt road, but I don't want it like black. Does that make sense? That's what I'm feeling. I might be feeling wrong. We might get this on here and not like it. Now I'm going to go ahead and frame it in, and I'm going to use this black to frame my project in, and we'll go all the way around it. But see, I don't know. I think that added just a little bit of something extra there. I kind of like that. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and I'm going to frame in my project. And all I do is take my stencil brush and go around the outside edges here. And all that's doing is drawing your eye to the center of your project. And I don't need to do the sides because my sides are already black, because like I told you earlier, this is a board that had something else on it. I don't even know what it had on it. And I sanded it off and to use some more of it. Use it again. It might have had probably had something I didn't care for when I got it done. So I redid it because I've used about most of the stuff that I had from when I had a booth. I've used almost all of those boards up. But it probably had something I didn't like. Now see how I got that a little dark there compared to the other? I'm just kind of wiping that over. It's going to be okay. Let's go back across it again. And I feel like this just draws your eye into the actual picture. It frames it in so that it makes it look finished. That's how I like it. Miss Shanna from Frame It and Contain It. That's who I learned this trick from. And I absolutely love it. Doesn't that look pretty? And I think that did a lot down here. I like that, because then it makes you think that that's a road. Now I could even go just a tish darker. Just don't ruin it though, Christy. Talking to myself here. So I feel like I could go even a little bit darker down here. And I'm just kind of brushing it on. Oops, got quite a bit there, but that's okay. It's okay. There. See that? Now it looks like it pulls out into the road. I love that. Look at that, you guys. Look at that wreath. See that? And that little birdie bird. Now wait. We need to do something with that bird. Let's get us a little paintbrush here. Let's get us some black on here. I'm going to touch his eye. Da-da-da. Just like that. Actually, that little piece there should be black. I think a cardinal has black there, but I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone because I'll start messing it up. I know, isn't it pretty? I think it's very pretty. And like I've said 100 times, Essential Stencil makes this so easy. Now, I do know for a fact this stencil right here is one of them that is 30% off. So I think it ends up only being like $14 or $15 for this 3-layer stencil. And again, you can use Funky Junk at checkout and save additional 10%. So that's fun. I love how it came out. All right, you guys. So we got that one done right there. Okay. I'll just sit that back here out of the way. And I think we'll jump over and we'll start working on our snowman. I'm going to toss my papers there. I'm going to lay these brushes over here. Okay. Now, this calls for, I don't know what I did with the board. There it is. This calls, it'll tell you right on there that this is made for a 16-inch round. See that? It's made ideal for a 16-inch round. Okay. And see how they did it? Oh, let me get it on there. Boop, right there. Okay. Now, all I'm going to be able to do, because my round is smaller, is basically just get the snowman on here. But I think that's going to be cute. And like I said, I'm making it for my grandson to hang on his door for winter / Christmas. Okay. So see this snowman right here. We can pretty much get all of him on here. Just like that. We've got his hat. There's his little arms right there. And then we could put his face and stuff on there. So I think that'll be cute. Now we also have the snowflakes that we could put around if we wanted to. And then, but the let it snow, we're not going to be able to get on the board. So we don't even have to do the snowflakes if we don't want to. We'll just sit that over here and see what we think. Okay. Now see this, since this is made for a 16-inch round, it doesn't, let me get my board up here a little bit. It doesn't line up perfectly with my board, you know, because it's a different radius. But see what I can do. I can slide it down like that if I want to, or I can just push it up a little bit, put it on about right there, because I want his hands on there. So I'm going to push it up a little bit more. And then what we can do is his hat is completely on and his hands are completely on right here. Okay. So what we can do is, actually I'm going to slide it over here. I can fill that in with more white. Okay, I'm going to do it like that, and then we'll see what it looks like. Okay, now, because I'm kind of trying to keep that in a special spot, I'm going to grab a piece of tape over here, and I'm going to put it right here. Help me hold that stencil down so it doesn't move around a whole lot. And I threw my plate away. Didn't really need to, but I did it anyway. Okay, and we're going to start with getting that white in there. Now that's dark white going over dark blue, so it may take a couple of coats, but we will see. I'm just going to use the same brush I used a minute ago. Okay. Now, since this is such a big area, I start in the middle, and I can kind of offload a little bit on my board. I don't necessarily have to offload on the plate. Then I can just kind of go over here and go around my edges to get those in, and then we'll do the center again. And like I said, we're probably going to have to put a couple, 1 or 2 coats on here, just so that it looks like a snowman. So it's white right there. Hello, Jeanette. I think Mr. Declan will like the snowman. He likes snowmen. So, and he said that he wanted me to make him something. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to make this little snowman for him to hang on his door. He likes stuff like that. I'm just going to kind of go around the edges here. Now, I'm going to get white on his arm, but that's okay because it's going to be brown. That white will get covered up. I'm not going to make a big fuss about it right now. Okay. My hand always gets a little bit tired when I have to do a big area like this. But always remember, let your paint, your brush do what it needs to do. You don't have to push real hard. Sometimes I find myself go, ugh, and you don't need to. Just let it do its thing. Okay. Just let it do its thing. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off and we're going to dry that. So I'm not going to take it off. I'm just going to lift it up. And we're going to dry that and then we'll put another coat on. Okay. I don't really like to dry over the top of my stencils because they are like a plastic and it can melt it a little bit. Now see right here, I'm going to come down. I'm going to do that real quick while we have it up right here. Actually, just take it off and lay it back on there. Let me go ahead and do this here, right down here, just to get some more paint down here so that it doesn't look like he abruptly stops like that. Okay, so now I'm going to dry that a little bit right there. Right there. I hope you guys are having a good day today. Like we were just talking about, it's snowing a little bit. Ice, not really snow, it's kind of icy here. Rainy ice and stuff. So trying to get Christmas decorations all out and done. And all that kind of fun stuff. And then I've got to go into work early tonight. So that's always fun. Right there. So, but yeah, we'd love it if you would, if you don't belong or you haven't followed the Stencil Soul Sisters group, we would love it if you join us over there. We do share, if you do a project using Essential Stencils, our group is Essential Stencils. It's not affiliated with Essential Stencil, but that's how we met. We all met, you know, because we all have this, you know, we all love Essential Stencils. So if you share a project that's done with Essential Stencils in there, it will get approved and it will be in there for you to, for everybody to see. We hope that the group inspires everyone and gives everybody ideas and things like that. And we do try to do an event about once a month where all of us go on, and you know, we all can't go on every single time, but we try to do an event to do some inspiration, some stenciling things. So make sure you're paying attention. Now that's good enough. Now you can still see the blue under there, but that's okay. That doesn't bother me. I'm going to sit that over there for right now, and I'm going to get this while it's still wet down here so that I don't have that line. Okay, and then we'll put that back on and do some of our other stuff to it. All right, let's get that dried. Get that dry. I was decorating till the migraine. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Becca. I hate that for you. Migraines are no joke. I'm telling you. I used to get them all the time. I don't get them ever since, well, I'm 55. Ever since I had the thing that most all of us have to get, the migraines have gone away. I don't get them quite. I get them every once in a while, but nothing like I used to. Oh, they used to be. I used to end up in bed. You know, there was. I couldn't function. It was bad. I had shots that I could take and stuff, which I didn't like doing that either. You know. Okay, so now we're going to go into with the brown right here to do his little arms. Right here. And then we've got to pick out which face that we like. Now look, I don't want to get the brown on the white. So I'm just going to take this little card. This is just the cardstock that comes in your stencils. I'm just going to kind of hold it there. You can tape it off if you want to, if that works better for you. But I'm just using a brown paint right there. And we're just going across there. You guys, you know what I just thought of? On the barn, I was going to get some of my snow paste out and put some snow on the barn. Totally forgot about that. If we end up getting this done and I have time, we'll do that a little bit. I love the snow paste. I used it on my snowman, the little snowman that I did a while back. I'll show you what I mean by snow paste. Well, no, I won't. It's way up high. It just adds a little bit more texture. Okay, so there's our little arms. Oh, he's coming together so cute. Now his hat. Now on the on the stencil on here, they made his hat light blue. That's very cute. And his scarf light blue, rather than doing black. I'm not sure, probably because of the dark blue background. So let's just do that. I wasn't going to, I was going to do black, but I think we'll do that. I pulled out blue. This is Sky Mist. And we'll do his hat up here. See, it's just a little baby blue there. And again, I'm going to start right in the middle. Okay, and then to make sure I don't have too much on my brush, right here. Now we could do this little band a different color. I'm going to go over it light blue and we'll see what it looks like. We might do the band, we might end up doing it like red maybe. Maybe like a, you know what I just did? I need to move that down on top of his head. I wasn't thinking. You see that? I'm way up there. And it needs to be down here on his head, right? Did I do that wrong? Let me look. Yep, it needs to be down on top of his head. I need to bring this down here and do it on top of his head. So let's do this. Let's do this real quick. I'm going to take my paper towel. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of wipe that off a little bit. Now it's going to look funny right here. I'm just going to kind of wipe it right here a little bit. Just like that. All right, because it's water-based, it mostly came off. Take my, whatever this is, my staining sponge. Let's see, what's this side? I'm just going to go right across there. Now, it's gone. See? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, right? Don't make a big fuss when you mess up. Just wipe it off and try something different. Okay? That was my fault. I just wasn't really paying attention to what I was doing. Right there. So, I mean, I guess it would have been okay if his hat was up like that. It would have been kind of like his hat was flying off of his head. I'm so silly. Okay, so now I want to bring this down far enough that the hat's actually touching on each side of the little head. Okay, so here we go again. Here we go again. Just like this. And there we go. And again, we may go across that little, like the ribbon or whatever it's called that goes across the hat right there. We might do some red there. I'm not sure. We'll decide. But same thing with going with a lighter color over a dark color. You kind of let it, put it on and then leave it alone. And then you can add more later. Just like that. Ooh, that was a lot. There we go. Just like that. Now see, you can see the white there. And that's because I'm putting this light color over a white and it's going to really show up there. We might need to do the whole thing white and then come back over with the dark blue. Let's look and see what that looks like. I'm thinking that we need to, because see how you can see the top of his head? It almost like makes the hat looks like it's transparent, okay? It's no big deal. We have white right here. We're just going to grab a little more white on our plate here. And we'll do the whole hat white, then we'll go back over it with the blue. Okay. So, and I'll dry that just a little bit. I don't dry it a bunch. Yep. Everything's fixable. Everything's fixable. Just like this here, you know, it's just, I didn't pay attention. I'll just be honest with you. I didn't pay attention to how this should have all gone together right there. And I don't really have to do the whole thing with the white, just mainly there, but see how that kind of covered that up a little bit? so that you don't have that little, make it look like his head's up there. So again, we're going to dry that a little bit. I don't want to hold this too close. Just going to dry that a little bit right there. Now, you guys, I'm going to go over something real quick. Melissa from Junk and Craft Treasures is who's up after me. You can either go to her page or you can follow along on the Stencil Soul Sisters group, whatever's easiest for you. She will be shared over into the group within just a couple minutes, or just within a minute of her going live. We try to get her shared over there. So you can follow there just by refreshing, or you can go to her page if you like. And our lineup is on the Stencil Soul Sisters group. So you can always go check out the lineup and make sure you're following everybody. And I'm sure there's going to be some wonderful things today, you guys. There always is. Everybody always does an amazing job. And there's always something new to learn with everybody. So make sure you check that out. Okay. So now we did that hat light blue. Let's see what it looks like when we pull this up. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. And like I said, we may end up, I'm going to look at this page here again. Yeah. See, like on here, they did that red. See that? That little brim red. So I did it blue. We're just going to leave it for right now because I want to make sure we get his little face on here before I have to jump off, and then we'll go back to it. Okay. So now let's dry it. Oops. Let's dry this a little bit because we need to get his little orange beak on, his eyes, and then we need to get his little scarf going right there. Just like that. I like that hat. I like how it's light blue like that. You know what? I should have made it green. His favorite color is green, but I didn't. All right, so now I'm going to look at it again, make sure I line this up the way it's supposed to be lined up, because I'm having ding-dong moments today. So basically, your scarf, let me look at that again. Yeah. His scarf, kind of like those points there. Am I doing this? There we go. There we go. See the point there and the point there? Those kind of go where the where his little indents of the two snowballs. Okay. Now look, we have a different face down here that we could use, but we're just going to use this one right here. Now I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to go over the whole scarf with white. I know it seems silly because I'm going over white, but I need to get out here on this dark blue so that there isn't a line on there. So, I mean, I don't really need to do the whole thing, but we're just going to kind of go over it, and then we'll do our light blue right here. Okay. So let's get some blue paint right there. And here we go. But like I said, I should put him a green scarf on because his favorite color is green, but I didn't even think about it till just a second. You never know, when you take the picture, I may change it. I've been known to do that. See that? Because that's really not standing out very much. But let's just keep going. Let's keep going. Okay, so let's get his, it's standing out on the blue. Oh, I didn't want to do that. It's standing out on the dark blue, the light blue is, but not a whole lot on his white body. So now I'm just doing his eyes right here. His little black eyes. Because it's such a light blue is why. So, like that. And then let's grab some orange here and do his little nose. Okay. Now you can clean your stencil brushes off and reuse them, but make sure you get them really dry, because if they have a lot of water in them, it thins your paint down, and that can cause some bleed through too. I have probably 10 sets of these stencil brushes because I love them so much. So I'm just using a ton of stencil brushes. Okay, so here we go. Let's see what he looks like. And like I said, we may change. Looks kind of cute. I like that right there, but it's really light, really light. Yeah, maybe I could put some dark blue on it too. But the more I'm thinking about it, the way he likes, I wonder what it would look like if I did it green, because he absolutely loves the color green. I'm going to, you guys, I'm just going to sit this on here. I have this evergreen green, but I'm going to use this Kelly green. Let's do it. What's it going to hurt? We got 5 minutes, right? What happens if we don't like it? We'll just sand it off, do something else, right? No big deal. No big deal. All right, so I got some green on here. I'm going to redo his hat. I'll do his hat to match it. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm doing it. It's not going to be a dark green. It's just going to be because it's going over that blue, so it'll be a little bit light. That's okay. I think it'll be all right. I think that's really going to stand. See how much more that stands out like that? I like that. So I'm gonna redo his hat. I'm gonna do his hat green. Now that we've got 16 layers of paint on his hat, that's okay, right? Guess it would be more Christmassy being green and red, But he'll like it because it's green. Like I said, that's his favorite color. But I think what Mary said, adding a little bit of the darker blue with it would probably have done it too. That probably would have looked good too. But hey. Let's see what that looks like. Looks good. Like I said, he'll like it because he likes green. That's his thing. And then maybe that piece there. I don't know. Should we mess with it or not? Probably shouldn't mess with it, but of course I'm going to just because I can. I have some red. Let's see, where'd that red go? I had some left on here from our barn. Okay, now here, I'm gonna kind of do this. Like that, and then a little piece in the middle there. Like that. And then down here on the bottom, I'm just gonna go like this right here. How we doing? We got 2 minutes. Let's go real quick here. Now it's not going to be red because it's kind of mixing with the green, but it'll just make it have a little bit of a different color there. I don't know. I think it looks cute. Looks cute. He's going to love that. Now I think what I'll do is I may find some words to put up here or just put some snowflakes. I'm not positive, but of course we're going to go around the outside of our little board there and make that. Let's see. Let's use the white. Let's see. See, I'm just going to kind of go along here. We'll put some snowflakes or something on there. I might go along and just rub some white on there just so that it's not such a dark blue. This is a very thin board. I'm going to be honest with you. I got this board from Temu. I wanted to see what the quality of them was compared to cutting them off. Look, I stuck my finger in the green. There we go. But see that? See how that just kind of pulls your eye in? I think he'll really think that's cute. Okay, so we did that and we did the barn, you guys. Now, the next person up after me is Miss Melissa with Junk and Craft Treasures. So go check her out and see what she has to offer for us today. And you thought it was 1 p.m. start. It was 1 Central, or it was noon Central, 1 Eastern time. So we did this fun little piece here, and we did this for Mr. Declan. So you guys go check out Melissa. If you're in the group, just scroll, refresh, and you'll be able to catch all of us all day. We go on later today. Now, you guys, we do have a guest today. Our guest today is Jeannie from Clifton's Crafty Casa, so make sure you check her out. Miss Sharon's going to be on. We just got a good lineup, you guys, so check everything out, and I will see you guys on the flip side. Bye-bye, you guys. Have a great day.